I've got a halter and lead rope on her so that if she does go to move, I can keep her head, turn her head towards me so that she don't turn her butt to me and kick me. Just kind of rubbing her head, leg down. And that wasn't very nice. Let's get a rope, work it with a rope. This is a new horse that just came in over the weekend. Today's Labor Day Monday. She came in on Saturday, 2-year-old. I believe her name was supposed to be Fancy. Raven says she wants to call her Zorro. And we did already have a Fancy here before. So for playlist purposes, we're probably going to call her Zorro. Told Raven that's a boy's name, but apparently she still likes Zorro. Anyways, 2-year-old filly. Seemed like she's been handled somewhat. The owner said that they have not done anything with her feet, so that's what I wanted to start with her today. Today is the first day that I've really put my hands on her, other than the girls putting her in and out so she can move around. So we're going to see how she is with her feet, just kind of how her temperament is in general. I got the impression she's never had her feet picked up. So we're going to find out. I'm going to start by just rubbing my hand down her leg. She's got her nose on my hand, and just hold it a second. She acts like she might have an idea what I'm asking for. Yeah, she knows a little bit. She knows a little bit. See, let's pick it up again. Now she's probably going to need to balance herself a little bit. I'm just going to kind of hold on to it. I'm going to hold her foot up a little bit high. I'm not going to keep it low to the ground. And the reason for that is, if I'm holding it low to the ground, she's more likely to want to put it down and put weight on it. So if I keep it up kind of high, not uncomfortably high, but high a little bit, then she's more inclined to want to stand up and not put weight on it. So now let's see what we get with this back foot here. I've got a halter and lead rope on her so that if she does go to move, I can keep her head, turn her head towards me so that she don't turn her butt to me and kick me. Just kind of rubbing her head, leg down. And that wasn't very nice. Let's get a rope, work it with a rope. So that obviously needs some work. I'm going to keep her heads turned to me so she can't turn her butt to me. And walk away. She got still, I'll walk away, walk a circle. Now there's several different ways I can do this. I'm going to work it with this lead rope today. Now that I know what to expect, I will probably work it with a lariat rope tomorrow. And walk away. I'd like to rub her leg and then walk away before she kicks. Let's do that again. Let the ends go a little lower. And walk away. Good girl. I've also shown a video of working the same thing with a boat hook, which works very good also. If she was a little older horse, I would probably work it that way. My mission for my training program is to try to make every horse as good as they can be. If you want to talk to me about sending a horse to me for training, send me a message and we'll talk about it. What I'd really like here is to just kind of let it bounce around, let her feel it, touch her, and walk away. Walk a circle here in the stall. Now let's see, I'd like to get this rope around her leg. Let's set that. I don't bite her. You're not helping. You're not helping. She keeps backing herself in a corner like this. This is her trying to take that back end away. Thought she was going to bite at me there. Brought her ears back. All things to watch. Always watch their ears. That's going to tell you what's going to happen. That kind of flop around. I'm not going to let go of this lead rope. That's really important because that's what's going to keep her butt away from me. There we go. Now at this point, I got the rope around her leg. She's not kicking at it, which is really good. That's an improvement already. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a little bit of pressure, ask her to pick it up, and then put it back down. I'm not going to hold it up. A lot of times I'd pick it up and start kicking at it, trying to kick it off. If that was the case, I'd just let it go slack and just let her figure out it's not hurting her. She really seems like she's not afraid of the rope. She just doesn't want to give that leg. She just doesn't want to give that in. And that's really common with the horse because giving their legs is kind of a way of protecting themselves, preserving themselves. Ask her to pick it up again. There we go. Good girl. And by doing it this way with the rope, I'm not putting myself in a position where I could get kicked. Pick it up again and release. I really want to release before she pulls it back, jerks it back. At this point, I'm working on picking her leg up, but I'm working on willingness. That's really a big part of it. I want her willing to give her leg to me. Right there, she was wanting to stand on it. Now look at her expression now. And then I'm picking her leg up. She's kind of trying to ignore what I'm asking her to do. This kind of stuff is going to tell me a lot about how her mind is and how her behavior is. If she really doesn't like something, she looks like she tries to hide from it. She did kick that one time, which tells me she would fight, but she really doesn't seem like she wants to fight. There we go. Good girl. All right. Now let's work the other back leg. I'm going to do basically the same thing on the other side. Walk her forward and turn her around. She looks like that back leg has been trimmed. She looks like her feet have been cared for regularly. So I don't know, maybe they were sedating her. Or maybe if that one kick was a one-time thing, I don't know. I'm starting all over again. Just kind of rubbing the rope. Letting the lead rope touch her leg. Don't ever want anything to surprise her. over the next few days, we'll be getting a saddle on her. We'll start ground driving her. So she'll end up with ropes all over her at some point. This is just a regular lead rope. I just set the end with the clip over her back. I'm going to let the other end just hang down behind her. If I can get it to stay, it's wanting to slide. Now when I go to reach for it, I'm going to put my back to her. I'm going to hold the lead rope in my left hand. This, I feel like, keeps me in the safest position. There we go. I rub on her a little bit. Touch the inside of her leg. She tried to kick at me. Let's do it again. Let's sack that out a little bit. Much better. Let's see if we can get it flipped around her leg. And up. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. A lot of this just has to do with being in the right position. I knew there was a chance she would kick at me, and I stayed in the position where she couldn't. That's where I was talking about. When I do that, I want my back to the horse, and I want to be right up hard against the horse. Now that I'm here, you're going to see me up around the shoulder a whole lot. It's just putting yourself in a position to not get hurt, where you're in the least possible chance of getting hurt. There we go. Good girl. Leave her alone. Pick it up again. Good girl. Pick it up here. Good girl. Now there's all kinds of things going forward from here. You see a lot of clinicians teaching them to lead by their foot and all kind of other things, and all that's good. But you got to get this part first. I'm going to spend a few minutes and make sure that she's not kicking, pulling back, and then I'm going to quit, and then we'll progress from there. I want to thank everybody for supporting me on Patreon. That's where I usually post some of the more detailed training videos. There's 3 levels: $5, $25, $75. $5 level, you get access to all those detailed training videos. $25 level, you get access to all the videos, plus you get 20% discount on video lessons, and you're entered for a drawing for a giveaway that I do once a month. $75 level, you get all of that, plus you get a free video lesson a month. I'll get thousands of questions a day. There's no way I can answer them all, but I answer Patreon questions every day. Patreon, Tim Anderson Horse Training. I appreciate everybody for supporting me there. Good girl. Your foot again. There we go. Now she's putting her head down. Now she's getting a little bit better. Good girl. All right. Now let's try this other front foot. I expect it's probably going to be good, like her first front foot. We'll see. Looks like she's had her front feet messed with a fair amount, but not much with her back feet. Now right here, when I go to pick her front foot up, I'm going to stand up here kind of to the front. I'm going to run my hand down her leg, but I'm going to watch her back foot. The back foot's really the one that I need to worry about. And they can kick you from that. They can kick me right here with that back foot. Good girl. I've had it happen before. So you want to kind of watch them shifting their weight around and prepared to do it. Good girl. Good girl. So that's going to be it for today. For right now, with working her feet, I'll work her again a little bit later. I'll probably get her out and work her with some driving lines, maybe psych her out a little bit later and see where we're at with that. But that'll give you an idea of how I start with the horse's feet that have never or rarely ever been touched before. I don't think hers has really been touched. So this is Zorro. I guess that's what we're going to call it for the video, since I already have a playlist called Fancy. Until next time, thank you for watching. Glad she didn't smash my hand between the wall when she kicked. That would have hurt.